We got day baseball. Happy hump day. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back with another MLB Prizepicks video. Got 4 plays for you, really 3 plays, and one I want to talk through a little bit. I think it's probably going to be pretty popular on the over, but I do have a little bit of concern. But again, I'll give you the stats on it. You can make those decisions. But again, we're going to have 4 plays for you. And yeah, if you like these videos, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Lets me know that you like doing these videos. Dropped a college football video last night as well. We got week 0 coming up this weekend, so pretty excited about it. Don't have a lot of great teams, but it's still college football, so we'll be doing some of those Prizepicks videos. Probably an early drop early in the week, and then one later as more plays drop, because those lines are going to move fast, and I want to get an early video out. So this one did a little bit later. They've had lines up for a while, but hey, did a video. Check that one out. Dropped 5 plays with my boy Zach over there at DFSArmy. But hey, let's just check out what we got on tap for today. Let's go. All right, like always, we have the Prizepicks desktop up here. If you do not have an account, make sure you run over there and use that promo code DFSArmy and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. Also, if you want access to the models, we dropped the college football model. The baseball model has been on fire as well. Both those models, you have access to my Patreon, as well as my picks up over 60 units this month of my picks. The model first 5 money line's been up a little over 20 units, I think, for the last month as well. So lots of good things there. Excited to see what the college football model is. And we got the NFL and NBA models coming as well. So again, you can get all that for basically the price of lunch. Not going to change the price for stuff like that. Just going to keep adding value more and more. And I wanted to keep it priced the way it is, so everyone could have access to it, you know. So let's just check out these plays though. First and foremost, I got 1 no-run first inning. There's not a lot of plays on the board. Like you can tell, this is not a full board. We do have some day baseball. So a lot of these are the early games, but yeah, nothing too exciting here. Only one I really interest in is we got Cleveland at San Diego here. And this one, I do have a little bit of interest in looking at the pitchers. Cal is 10-0 away. No runs first inning for Cleveland, 23 total. And then Blake Snell is 8-1 at home, 14-2 overall. The juice is massive at -135 on the under here. So I really like this one. There's not a whole lot else I like. You know, Anibal Sanchez, you can't trust him with Kirby. Wright and Keller, I don't trust Keller at all. Giolito and Watkins, they've been pitching better. This would be the other one I would kind of look at, but I don't love it. You know, Giolito is 10-2 on the road, 16-6 overall. Watkins is only 5-4, no runs first inning, 9-7 overall. So I don't really trust it. This is really the only one I would trust so far. But if you had to take a, you know, if you really wanted to take a chance on one, it might be this one. And if you want to try Bundy and Valdez, I guess this one would be the other one. You know, Bundy isn't bad on the road, 10-3, no runs first inning. And then Valdez is 18-5 total, 6-3 at home. And the juice is -130 on the under. So maybe this one as well. But I'm going to stick with Cleveland and San Diego here. I think it's the best play for the no runs first inning for what we have up here. Again, this is not a full board. And then let's talk about some strikeouts. There's basically 3 guys here we'll talk about. First one's Logan Webb. We'll go the over on this one. Kind of just looking at, you know, it's kind of those things. We pick on the same teams all the time, right? And, you know, going up against Detroit here, Detroit is ranked first in the last 30 days in strikeout percentage against right-handed pitching at 28%. And their WRC plus against right-handed pitching is really sad at 72. And Webb's got, you know, middle of the range stuff, not great stuff. But you know, the juice is on the over, the 4.5 over at -140. So the juice is on the over here. Look like what he's done over the last 10 games. He's went at or above this number in 6 of the last 10 games. And he does well against bad teams, right? Oakland, he struck 5. Pittsburgh, he had struck out 9 back on August 13th. So some of these teams, you know, that are not that great, he can do pretty well. We saw Carlos Rodon last night strike out 10 of these dudes, just have an ungodly game. So, but yeah, right-handed pitching, they do struggle a little bit. So I will take the over on Logan Webb here. The other one we'll look at, I wish we would have got a little bit earlier, but we'll go Andrew Heaney, 7 strikeouts. We'll go the over on this one as well. This is another just a matchup play going up against Milwaukee. Milwaukee is, Detroit's ranked 1 in right-handed pitching. Well, Milwaukee's ranked 2nd in the last 30 days against left-handed pitching strikeout percentage at 31.5%. 31.5%. Minus 140 on the over at 6.5 for him. And he struck out 10 of these guys just, a week ago. So, he's got a couple massive games, struck out 11 Cincinnati bats back on April 17th. But he's only come back here for probably the last 5 games since he came off the injury. And he's went over this mark in 2 of those 5 games. But a couple of those games he pitched, San Diego, KC, but did well against San Francisco and Milwaukee. So has elite stuff. It just all comes down to, his pitch count as well, because his last game out against Milwaukee, he pitched 89 pitches. And it always worries me to take a Dodger pitcher, just because Roberts, tends to, pull these guys a little bit early. So hopefully we see close to that 90 pitches here and he can be efficient and mow these guys down again. But I'll take a chance at the over 7 strikeouts here for Andrew Heaney. Then the other one, again, I'm kind of on the fence with here. We'll talk about a little bit. And it's Martin Perez here. So this game's at Coors, right? And so that always worries you a little bit, right? And that's my concern, having a game here at Coors. But, he goes pretty deep in the game. He's averaging 98 pitches over his last 10 games. The juice is on the over at the 3.5 mark at minus 165. Colorado doesn't strike out a bunch against left-handed pitching, right? They're 24th in the last 30 days at 19%. So it's like, looking at that stat, they don't strike out a ton. But then when you look at what he has done his entire season, he's went at or above this mark in 22 of 24 games. 92% of the time, he's went at or above the 4 strikeout mark. So that's where it's like, do you lean that side of it with his consistency? Or, we look at it where one of the 2 games he didn't go over was against Colorado. However, that game was on April 12th, at the beginning of the year. So it's that game he didn't hit. And then Houston, he only struck out 2 back on August 9th. But again, that's another team that doesn't strike out a ton. So yeah, it's one of those things you got to make that decision. It's like, do you go with the consistency, and is he going to get you, 5 strikeouts here to get the over? I don't know. I'm torn on it, but I just want to talk about it a little bit because I'm, looking at the percentages of them striking out against the lefties. It's not great, and then this in Coors, it's really on the fence. So yeah, just have to make that decision there. So those are the plays that I kind of got here. If you want to check out more, I'm going to drop out a few more plays over at the Patreon street. So again, appreciate each and every one of you guys. Enjoy your hump day. See you on the flip side. Doses.